In my introductory video I did say that I would cover good topics and not so good topics, and would call out poor quality gaming and customer service where I came across it. Well, this video is about an experience I've had with the Bethesda Zenimax Online customer service support team with regards to the Elder Scrolls Online. It is a story of utter incompetence and an unresolved issue. Let's get into the video. When two people in a relationship break up and one person in that relationship sends a letter to the other one explaining why they're breaking up and why they don't wish to continue with the relationship, that's called a Dear John letter. This video is my Dear John letter to Bethesda and Zenimax Online with regards to my departure from and continued absence from the Elder Scrolls Online due entirely to poor customer service. Excuse me. You will see in the background to this my attempt to log on to the Elder Scrolls Online through the Xbox European Mega Server. What I experience are persistent connection failures. Now, the thing to bear in mind is I have two other accounts on which I can play Elder Scrolls Online, both of which log in fine. No connection problems whatsoever. And the only difference that I can see between this account, which is my main account on which I've spent tons of money in the Crown store, and the other two accounts is the fact that this particular one has the Somerset expansion enabled and the other two don't. So just bear that one in mind and remember the point. Somerset expansion enabled, connection failures. Two accounts where it's not enabled, no connection failures. This problem first occurred around about September 2018, and I contacted the customer services help desk, which, as you will see shortly, proved to be of no help whatsoever. I'm trying again now to see if it will actually log on this time. This is not the first time I've had connection issues with Elder Scrolls Online. I used to get it when trying to load into the Rothgar zone following that particular content drop. I also used to have problems with the Cold Harbour zone, and they were both solved by me receiving information on how to open up additional ports on my internet connection. So that is not the issue this time round, and it's important to bear that in mind because that again will come up during the rest of this video. Failing again, look. Let's now get into the story of the customer services team. I'll say right at the outset that I've had to do these emails as a reply so that I can actually highlight the relevant parts of text, but these are the genuine emails that I sent to the Bethesda support team and the responses I got. You'll see the date, 17th of September 2018. Over the past few days I have had repeated login failures when trying to log into the European Mega Server. I do not have these issues when trying to log into the North American server, nor with two other accounts I have. I have tried deleting the save game from both my Xbox and Xbox Live because they previously suggested that, and that hasn't resolved the problem. When I do get in, once since 9:30 AM this morning, that's the standard UK time, the time on the email is American time, there does not appear to be any character related issues. However, of the three accounts I have, the one that isn't giving me the problems is the only one that has the Somerset expansion enabled. Please note that on the 17th of September 2018 I highlighted to them the issue potentially around the Somerset expansion. I asked the question, is this problem therefore being caused by a login bottleneck at the European Somerset servers? Whatever the cause, please sort it out ASP, or otherwise I'll be cancelling my ESO Plus subscription because I'm not paying for a game I can't access. And please note that in this ticket I have already tried the solutions recommended in the FAQ, so it must be a technical issue with a login server. At that time I was having 2 ESO Plus subscriptions paid every month, plus buying loads of stuff in the Crown Store. I was shelling out a lot of money to this company. Standard automated response saying that they were shut, because obviously UK and America time is different. Greetings, thank you for contacting the Elder Scrolls Online team. My name is Matthew. Now I've highlighted Matthew because this is going to become an issue throughout all of this, in that very rarely do I actually seem to be in communication with the same person more than once. And I think that's a big issue for the way they run their customer services team. They then summarise, we would be happy to help in any way we can. We understand that you're having issues getting on the EU server and already attempted some troubleshooting. To ensure that we provide the best possible assistance, please let us know the exact troubleshooting steps you've taken. Okay. I then respond on the same day, the 17th of September. Troubleshooting steps taken thus far. Deleted local save files from both Xbox and Xbox Live so both can be replaced by the latest files held on the game servers. Didn't resolve the issue. Switched mega servers to the North American one, logged in fine. Switched back to the European server and failures continued. When I did manage to get in, logged in and saved each character to try and eliminate any potential issues with the character data, because I did wonder whether there might have been some corrupt character data. Didn't resolve the problem. Logged on using my Xbox and different gamer accounts, no problems. As for above, but with another account, no issues. Those 2 accounts don't have Somerset enabled. They were up to Morrowind and that's as far as it went. I say again, what distinguishes Captain Friend and the problematic account from the other 2 accounts is that it is the only one with the Somerset expansion enabled. This makes me think it may be related to the login traffic or login server that accessed the Somerset expansion on the European server. Bearing in mind, I mean, what time was that their time? 6:29 AM. Bearing in mind, in my initial email, I'd already said that once. So they've had it twice from me within a matter of half an hour or so. I have previously opened up various ports on my router as recommended by your connection troubleshooter, and this has not changed, so can be limited as a cause of the problem. Also, because I can connect with 2 other accounts into the NA server, I'm pretty sure it's not my connection or hardware that is the problem. I think the Somerset issue might be the clue here. Again, repeating what I said in my opening text to say that, you know, I'd tried the troubleshooter through the FAQ. Starting to think that maybe they're not reading what I'm sending. Okay? We then get a response, this time from Zachariah, not Matthew. So clearly this case hadn't been given to Matthew to follow through from start to finish. No, obviously Zachariah picked up the latest one and decided he'd do something else. In order to look into this issue further, we will need to conduct a thorough investigation. Once we are able to update you, we'll send you an email to let you know. The ticket number for this is in the subject line if you need it later. Yes. 4 days later, greetings, I'm Brian. 3rd person on this particular train of thought. A member of the escalations team. Do I get a response? No. I get an apology for the delay in getting back to me. Wanted to reach out to see if the issue remains after our recent maintenance updates. Well, as it happened, after that maintenance and update, the problem did resolve, but I'm still looking at that and thinking, I ain't got an answer to the problem. That was how it was left on the 21st of September 2018. We then come to 2019. Bear in mind, I've already told them twice that there could be the Somerset issue. Told them twice that I'd done the troubleshooting through the FAQs, and had previously opened up all the ports that they'd recommended because of a problem connecting to the Cold Harbour zone. 2nd of February 2019, I go again. I've had this problem before and it's still going on. Highlight, my Somerset enabled account is persistently getting timeouts for the connection to the server. I have 2 other accounts that are not Somerset enabled and they log in fine. I've said it before and I'll say it again that it seems to be the Somerset servers that can't handle the traffic to them. My frustration starts to come out now because that's the 3rd time I've told them that. Well, I've had enough. My ESO Plus subscription is cancelled. Absolutely no point paying for a game I can't log into, and there ain't no way I am buying elsewhere if the servers can't connect me to the game. Sort it out or kiss my backside goodbye as it walks away from the game forever. As you saw from earlier on in this video, the Elsewhere expansion has now been enabled and there are still the connection problems. So am I buying Elsewhere? Am I? Heck no. But let's carry on. Now this bit becomes a repeated issue in this. This time it's Alison. and she'd be more than happy to assist me. I understand that you're experiencing frequent connection timeouts. I can certainly understand how frustrating it is not to be able to play the game without getting timed out. Oh, can you now? For this issue, I'd suggest first trying the following troubleshooting. Yeah, right. Network life status was fine. Now, my immediate thing is I told them I can log on with 2 accounts, but not with 1. But somehow it might be related to Xbox Live status. Well, no, because if I'm logging on with 2 and not 1, that suggests Xbox Live status is working fine, thank you very much. Nothing on the ESO alerts page. Perform a connection test on the console. Yep, that was all fine. The NAT was fine. And I was logging on with 2 accounts, but not 1. Open up the ports. So I went back to my router and I looked and yep, all of those ports were open because I previously opened them up a year before, well 2 years before that, when the Cold Harbour connection was in there. So the ports were fine. So you can imagine I was a little bit frustrated because none of that addressed the particular issues I was raising with them. So here's my response. Oh, for heaven's sake, I've already said I can log on with 2 accounts that do not have the Somerset expansion, so clearly Xbox Live and some of your servers are working. It is the account that has the Somerset expansion that is having timeouts with the connection. I really do wish you would stop sending out stock copy and pasted response to a very specific issue that's been raised. I'll say it again. 2 non-Somerset accounts work. 1 account with Somerset doesn't work properly. Check my support history and you'll see that I had exactly the same problem 4 months ago. I get a response from Terence this time. So what's that, 5 different people that have been involved in this issue? After further review of your account, we see that you're playing on multiple servers. In order to further investigate, we will need to know what platform and server that you are having issues with, and then contact us so we can further investigate more. Haven't I already said it's the European mega server for the Xbox? Haven't I already said that the North American servers are working fine? Dude, read the blooming emails I've sent to you. Okay, I repeat. It seems to be specifically the European Xbox server. I've just tried the North American one and got in fine. However, I am still having the timeouts with the European server. If it also helps, the 2 non-Somerset accounts that work are... It's the second time I've given them those account names. I thought they might have checked them just to see if everything was okay, but no. They both work on Xbox servers. The real bugbear is that the Captain Frandad account on the European server is my main one, but the one that has the connection issues with the European server, and also the one that has Somerset enabled, but you know, I didn't think I'd repeat themselves. Oh look! Terence comes back. More copy and paste. Delete saved data on the Xbox One cloud. Go to games, blah blah blah. Didn't I say in a previous email that I deleted all the saved games, both locally and on the cloud, so that they could be re-downloaded? I think I mentioned that in September. Oh, and he's telling me how to power cycle an Xbox One. Like I haven't already known how to power cycle an Xbox One, particularly after their trash Fallout 76 kept crashing my console. Yeah, Bethesda, good one there. I knew that one. So, my response, trying to be as polite as possible. How is that going to help when only 1 account on the European server has the issue? Do you people actually read these emails, or do you just live by stock copy and paste answers? I now get Jennifer. So I've had Jennifer, Terence, Brian, Zachariah, and God knows how many more to mention. But here comes Jennifer with a pièce de résistance. This was the one that finally did it for me. We appreciate your patience while we replied and providing a ticket regarding your issue with not being able to access your Somerset. Before we could investigate even more, could you please provide a proof of purchase? When we ask for proof of purchase, we require receipt, invoice or screenshot showing the product transaction. Your proof of purchase, blah, 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 blooming blah. And it goes on to tell me how to access my proof of purchase. Now, bearing in mind I've been playing this game for, crikey me, 5-6 years. 2 ESO Plus accounts being paid every month. Loads and loads of Crown Store purchases. I lost it at that point. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Just look at my account and you'll see how long I've been playing this game. How many Crown Store purchases I've made and how many characters I have. All these purchases have been made through the Xbox Store, and besides, what has this got to do with server connection issues? I I really went for it now. Stop deflecting and avoiding the issue and look at the connection server for the problem. Honestly, this is an absolute joke. Well done. You've guaranteed I won't be buying any more ESL Plus subs, new expansions or anything else to do with the joke company that Bethesda has become. I thought Fallout 76 was a big enough farce, but you're outdoing yourselves with a response to this ticket. I then say again, what I will confirm is the account that has the issue is Captain Frandad on the Xbox using the European server, as I've said before. Oh, by the way, I did what you suggested by deleting the old save, and now I can't log into the North American server as well. Great. Please, please, please just pass this on to your server technicians and ask them to look into it from an engineering perspective. We're getting nowhere with these emails, and I've got other games needing my time. 3rd of February 2019. I get Thomas this time. We'll go ahead and forward this information for you. I also recommend heading over to the forums and reporting the issues there. This will also allow other players to discuss this with you. By this time, honestly, I'm thinking, why am I even bothering to waste any more time on this? It would be easier and cheaper and more financially beneficial for me just to walk away from this game. And as you saw at the beginning of this video, I'm still getting the connection problems. I haven't bought elsewhere, and I am not going to be re-enabling my ESO Plus subscriptions. Thank you, Bethesda, for making me an ex-customer. So what do I think is the problem here? I think one of the problems is that there seems to be no single individual that is allocated a case and is charged with taking it through from start to finish, listening to what the customer is saying, exploring the suggestions that the customer is making, and actually coming back to the customer and saying yes or no, that's an issue because of X, Y and Z. All you seem to be getting is every time you put a support ticket in, it seems whoever is the first person to come across that support ticket tries to deal with what they are seeing in front of them. They're not looking at the history of the case, they're not looking at the issues that have been reported before, they're not looking at the advice that's given before, and in a number of cases they are simply copy and pasting stock answers that do absolutely nothing to resolve the problem. I honestly don't know how any customer services team can look itself in the mirror and say, we are customer service, we are doing a good job, because this is patently trash and garbage of the first order, and really does seem to be emblematic of the mess that Bethesda has got itself into with things like Fallout 76 and the microtransactions and the soft launches and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to stop playing the Bethesda games that I've already bought because I've already sunk my money into them, and I'm going to stick to mainly those single player games where Todd has no engagement with me and can't microtransaction the heck out of them. So yeah, I may well go back to Skyrim and Oblivion and Fallout 4 and all of those, partly in the knowledge that Todd can't get his sticky little fingers into my wallet. But honestly, this at some point has got to come to an end, and this company has either got to up its game or just get out of the business. I'm sorry, Bethesda. I hope you see this video and actually learn from this experience, but what I'm showing in this customer service emails is that it's utter garbage. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it below. Please subscribe, and please share like hell this video so that everybody can see what an absolute joke the Bethesda Zenimax customer services has become.